Hey, we are here live at YDC Purim Shpiel 2025. What do you have to say about this?
We're very excited to represent you, Derek Chaim, 50 years of including everybody, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what you come from, 50 years of inclusion. Let's pass it over to me.
Oh man, 50 years, I gotta tell you, that's older than my granddad, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. We definitely had a lot of people coming in and out of this place, and yeah, that's really all I gotta say.
So let's go back to 50 years. If Derek Chaim would have not been around, stuff would have been different. Like weddings. People just pack off after mincha already. What's going on over here?
Yeah, one thing I gotta say about the weddings is, you know, the families must be really awkwarded out, seeing a bunch of Derek Chaim guys there at 2:15. You know, they're trying to take pictures, and you know, they're just standing there like, I have no idea what's going on. You know, you know, what do you gotta say about this, Yas?
So, in Mitzvah Hashem and my chasna, I plan on being the first Derek Chaim chasna, the Chevra, the light coming in 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, a separate room on the side, Lego, Playmobil, all the stuff to keep them busy so they could wait around and keep themselves busy.
You know, also, one thing I wanted to speak to you about is that the downstairs we have the Pluchak Simcha, I mean, sorry about that, the Derek Chaim Simcha, you know, that really wouldn't exist. We'd have a lot of other, you know, chasnas would have, you know, much more business, you know, not for that.
Like, yeah, people, so people won't have to eat upstairs, downstairs, sideways. Doesn't make a difference. Nothing will have to be moved. Yeah, we wouldn't have to eat crammed upstairs in Ezra's Nushin, like we said over there. Yeah, everything would be a lot easier. What do you have to say about that? If Yeshiva Derek Chaim didn't exist, candy would actually be thrown in Afros. Bam! Yeah, candy.
I would like to follow up with stuff being pushed up to all Shabbos, and people won't have to miss their dentist appointment, their DMV appointment, to file the license another time, whatever. People could show up, and we wouldn't have to push all Shabbos more for push Binas Mana, or cancel Binas Mana for that matter. But everything will run more on schedule. If Derek Chaim never existed, people wouldn't check their phones and see their emails every about 2.5 seconds. I'll give it. Derek, and we got a Derek deals right now for Derek deals for the campaign, for another campaign, for the dinner, 50 years. People wouldn't have to check their phones every 2 seconds.
Another turtle?
How many campaigns do these guys have?
You've got mail.
Okay, one more time for this.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Wow, so the next news coming up, we got, if Derek Chaim didn't exist, then trains would just be out of business too. There would be nobody riding them. It would be empty. So what do we got to say about that?
It would actually just be Schwarzers riding the train. No Bachrim, going to 770, going to, I don't want to say baseball games because our guys don't do that, but going anywhere. They would just be, the trains would be empty, deserted.
What do you got to say, Mr. Delicious?
Yeah, I gotta say, actually, the MTA nowadays is losing money to begin with. They're not making enough money that they need to be to continue with their business. But Derek Chaim didn't exist, forget about it. They would just shut the whole thing down. Homeless people just be sleeping on the street. So it's a good thing that we are around. Otherwise, I don't know who else would be sleeping on the roof other than, you know.
There will be no source of transportation.
Yeah. Thank you. And another issue, I don't want to really call it an issue, but a topic we would like to talk about. If Yeshiva Derek Chaim would never existed, we have people from all over the world. We have people from Switzerland, Australia, and even England. They actually have an embassy in Yeshiva Derek Chaim called 302 Embassy. Where would they go? They would either be homeless in the streets, they'll still be stuck in England. Where would
Now another thing, if Derek Chaim never existed, where would all the homeless people eat? Out of dumpsters?
Oh, food. Yes. It's food.
Chaim never existed, where were all the old milk and pastries and I don't even know what that's dumped on the front steps. Where would that go? It would actually have to be thrown out.
Rosh Hashanah's kitchen would just be jam-packed if Yeshiva Derech Chaim didn't exist.
Room. Breaking news. It would have been thrown out 2 weeks ago.
See up here, we got in the world, unemployment rate has skyrocketed enormously as we see in Yeshiva Derech Chaim, the multiple shirum. We got. So what do we got? See.
Yes, I got a chart here that actually shows the unemployment rate skyrocketing due to Derech Chaim's unexistence. As you can see, it goes way down. It comes up a little bit over here at the end, but it goes way down at the end. It's it's not working out if Derech Chaim never existed. To you, yes.
Yeah, so back to the fact at hand. We were saying that Derech Chaim, if it never would have existed, obviously, the employment rate would have been going down dramatically. That's that, right? That everyone needs a share, everyone needs to feel welcome. So 200 shirim first Seder, 250, whatever it takes. And second Seder we got some. So if not for that, then exactly as Tzvi's beautiful diagram showed us, the world would be a disaster.
So restaurants, groceries. If Derech Chaim would have not existed, how would any of these stores make business? Like we saw from our diagram. So we got some examples coming up.
Yeah, there's a few examples I have here of stores that would for sure be out of business without Derech Chaim. We got 16th Avenue, that's done. No business there. Upside, closed. KRM, just a little bit of business gone. Y'all be up. No, wrong one. Dips. Yeah, that would not be existence. The only reason they were able to just make one in Lakewood is because of the one in Borough Park, and that was totally because of Derech Chaim. Without us, done.
Up next.
Actually, Mr. Dietrich, with all respect, I think you did miss a few. Holy Schnitzel for one. Mahurder for two. Serto, definitely. I'm saying, shout out to the Berniker brothers. Talmeiden, we got another one. Schleimies, we got another one. Yankees, in fact, it seems like the whole bar park wouldn't really be running. So we got to be very grateful. All the bar parks really got to be very grateful to Yeshiva Derech Chaim, and thank you.
So forget about all the food industries that would go out of business if Yeshiva Derech Chaim wouldn't have exist. Like, example, Folgers Coffee, the official drink of Yeshiva Derech Chaim, the famous dirt that you drink every single day. So what do you have to say about this?
Folgers.
Take your choice.
And if Derech Chaim never existed, guys would actually go to bed early.
Yeah.
9:30. A little late.
And a touchdown.
Washing machine. We're gonna have to.
Okay.
We'll be back soon.
We'll be back shortly as soon as the guy finishes. Whoa!
So, up next, we got a word from our sponsor over here. 401 Coffee. You thirsty? You tired? You didn't get a good night's sleep? You went to bed too late? You need to come to First Seder. You missed one more time? You don't know what will happen. 401 Coffee got you covered. $1 a day, a big coffee, and you can make it yourself. You could have Mr. Winselman make it for you.
About the Hal Derech Chaim. So basically, there's thousands of people that daven here every week. Happens to be that they try to put some seats for other Bachrim to come, but happens to be that other Balabatim also take those. What do you have to say, Tzvi?
Yeah, I will tell you, it definitely did take me quite a while to find a seat. I believe it was about 2 years. It took me longer to grow a beard than, find a seat over there. But yeah, it was here, there, on the ceiling. It was everywhere. I was everywhere, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and I'd like to continue with what Mr. Dietrich has been saying. Me also, it took me 2, 3, 4 years. Finally, when I did get a seat, some old man comes and taps me on the shoulder. Can't you see I've been sitting there for 28 and a half years? I'm like, how am I meant to see that? I've never seen you before. And I got kicked out over there, and I had to go sit on the floor in the back. It was a very humbling experience. But yeah, up next, I would like to just touch on certain people would actually have a seat. Let's say if Tal Derech never existed, they would be able to find parking for davening. Any idea what that might be?
I would have been touch a note on that. Like, people wouldn't have to be sitting in the back. You know, that's the answer to why some people have to sit in the back. You know, as we've been trying
As we touched on before, we're actually going to see live in a second. If Derech Chaim didn't exist, people would actually be able to find seats.
So up next, we have over here, sorry about that. If Bachram would have to go through 11th grade to actually come to Kahal Derech I mean, if Bachram would have to go through 11th grade to come to Mesifta Derech, it's getting more and more extinct as we go along. Guys are showing up 11th grade, guys are showing up 10th grade. The situation is getting out of control. They said they put a stop to it, but there seems to be no stop in the near future. What do you got to say about this?
Wow, I also thought the same. I thought 12th grade didn't even exist. It sounds like they're bringing every grade possible into this place. Wow. Ms. Sifta, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so actually I'm looking at my statistics over here. It seems that even 11th grade, there's, across the country, it seems that, the 11th graders are shrinking and because of the acceptance rate of Derech Chaim with the 11th grade, I've seen some 10th graders. I mean, it's 16, 15, who knows? It's going to come, 8th grade. I mean, where are we going to stop? I don't know,
There's just no end.
Fascinating topic we got up next. Hasn't really been touched on much before. Kol Derech Chaim, Yeshiva Derech Chaim would never open up people that would volunteer for organizations such as Misaskim, because they wouldn't have employment people, they wouldn't have people to employ, because people would actually be busy with their time and wouldn't be running around. Do you agree with what I'm saying, Mr. Wyman?
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. So let us head to, we have a live chart from our colorer man, Mr. Dietrich, according to us long.
Yeah, so as you can see, we actually do have a chart. This is what we would have if Derech Chaim never existed. Now, let me tell you, so Chaverim, we actually, if Derech Chaim never existed, it would be down about 50%. That's pretty crazy if you ask me, due to all the people in Derech Chaim not being anywhere else during Seder. So now we're going to go to Misaskim. We're actually about 75, 77% not there. This is PD, so we actually really don't have anybody, so we're gonna keep that out. Hatzalah, due to the fact that they don't accept Bachram, it's no existence. And if you look at this column is widely vast, and it actually is for buffers, and it would be none if not for Derech Chaim. And that's a bad thing, because who would mess around with the cops and everything, and it would just. The world would be different. I'm telling you, it would just be different. It would.
And another point that we got over here. If Derech Chaim never existed, buffers wouldn't be installed. People would actually throw out their radios, as we have right over here, live.
Okay, so we got another program, right? Okay, so we're here. We got another word from our sponsor, the Chafetz Chaim program that happens every single day. Either you can just do 2 halachos a day, or go to the shir that we got going on downstairs. And yes, we got donuts every Thursday, and we got breakfast every other week. So come and join for this most enormous, amazing program.
Yeah, also if I can add, the donations for Chafetz Chaim also have been going down exponentially. We got to get them coming in, and then everything will work out. But without that, no Chafetz Chaim breakfast, and you don't want that.
Machane Derech Chaim, Yeshiva Derech Chaim. Well, let's talk a little bit about Machane Derech Chaim. If Yeshiva Derech Chaim never opened, Machane Derech Chaim would have never opened. Machane Kiffel would have never opened. Can't Zombie would have never opened. All these amazing programs would have never opened.
And I got one more thing to say on that.
Yeah.
You know, if Derek Chaim never existed, I probably would still have teeth.
And due to the popular demand of 2024 music video, we are back with more and greater
Music video.
music video.
Yeah.